McChesky.
Al.
What?
Take your headphones out. We're in the meeting.
What?
Sales rule.
If you use a credit card and you're 625 credit or higher, or you can use a credit card, but if it expires in a year, you can't. You have to use something else, like a checking account or a different card.
All right. Grady, you get the thoughts.
It's not about having the right opportunities, it's about handling the opportunities right.
Wow.
Cam, what are you thankful for?
Good job.
I want to thank Dan, the training just now, teaching us about life and everything. I want to thank Mike, really pushing us all through. Nate, all the managers. I'm just thankful for a beautiful day outside.
Yes.
Colton with the pitch.
Alright.
Costi.
Colton.
Caleb Costi.
Colton with the spike ball.
Caleb Costi, let's go. Caleb. Get up there.
Spike ball nunchuck tattoo man.
Come on.
Hey Zach,
Spike ball nunchuck tattoo man.
will you open this up, please?
Way to be prepared.
Sorry, Maddie. Thank you.
Is he really sit there?
Yeah, man, what do you want?
Oh, I was gonna say.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
I'm good, man.
Alright, do you have maybe the homeowner here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Have you been here quite as long as Zach over there?
Nah, I've been here for like 2 years.
2 years. Okay, I think Zach's beating you out by a little bit. I
Yeah.
think that dude's on steroids. You know?
Lab card.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of
Leaving early in the morning, so
Have you ever called the police on him?
nah.
Dude, you should.
I'm not like what they call it. You know?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Are there any of them in the neighborhood?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I gotta try to
What
avoid
do
them, you know?
why are you on the house that
Anyways, the whole reason I'm out here, we're getting some calls about kind of the craziness in the area. Your neighbors are interested in cameras and alarms. We just want them to call us. Have you ever seen those little blue signs?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It's kind of my whole job. I'm just an advertising guy out here. We don't do commercials anymore, so we're just looking to pay a homeowner to advertise for us. Super simple. Really, all we want to do is just stick the sign in the yard.
Yeah, let's put the sign up there, that's fine.
Perfect, man. If you help me out with that, what I get to do for you is really cool. Instead of doing commercials, like I said, we're going to pay you. Which, what that means is when we put the sign in the yard, you're like our billboard now. So, we get to pay for all your upfront costs, get to throw a few cameras on the house. I'm sure that you've looked into cameras just like all your other neighbors, kind of like Zach. I know he's got
Yeah, I got the blinks.
couple of
I got the blinks in the backyard.
really, oh, you have them in the back?
Yeah.
Any specific reason you got those?
Just the kids, they're always playing in the backyard, just make sure nothing's going on.
Perfect, man. Are they working pretty good for you?
Yeah, I mean, I love them.
Yeah. Are they wired in or do you have to charge them?
I have to charge them,
You
that's
have to
all.
charge them. Yeah, okay. A couple of the other neighbors were kind of complaining about that. What we get to do is really simple. What I did for Zach, actually, he also had a ring camera that he had out back that he had to, take down and recharge all the time because it wasn't wired in. So we do the Google cameras now. They're super nice. They do 24/7 recording. You can talk through them, you can listen through them. Kind of like the blinks, just on steroids. Kind of like Zach, But yeah, so these get wired in. We actually have a technician come out here and professionally install them for you for free since you help us out with the advertising. Can I actually take a look at the blinks that you have back there just to see where it would go?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You go around the
I trained him.
Yeah, so mostly just really pros there for the most part. Yeah, so Colton did a really good job of being very relaxed but dominant, right? He didn't let Grady run him over with his injections. He just blew them off, which is exactly how you should handle the smoke screens right in the beginning. And then, yeah, breaking the tension by making a joke right there too. That was really good. And then you asked why. I think that a lot of us are so worried about getting the pitch out that we miss those little moments in the sale where we can build value and get a hot button. So immediately, like a lot of us are on a track, oh, I have to talk about this, then I have to talk about this. Colton stopped in his tracks when he told me he had to blink and he asked why, and then he fished the hot button. And then what did he tell him? Oh, I gotta charge him, I don't like that. So many of us miss that because we're so like steamrolling the pitch. that we miss those little parts where we can get the interaction. So Colton did a really good job of, okay, I'm gonna break the pitch up here. Oh, ask why, build value on that. Then you can talk about the solution, right? Hey, we'll hardwire them. So he did a really good job with that. And he said he had them in the back. So did you get those for any reason? Now what does Colton now know about him? He's worried about his kids. So now you can use that when you build value in the alarm system. Because you already told you the reason why you wanted to get them, so now you know how to sell Grady better. And then your body language is really good too. You stood up right next to him, and you were relaxed. So yeah, that was a false pitch. So.
One thing, he said free.
Free? Yeah.
Free. Oh wait, when did I say free?
Free installation.
Oh, free install.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think that's
yeah, technically the install is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think free install sounds better than we do everything for free. You know,
Right.
like people are used to free install. Hey, I understood we did the install for free. So, yeah.
I think the only con, just the nitpicking it, is the weak words. I'm kind of just out here.
Yeah, I
Just the advertising guy, I kind of dig that.
Can I go take a look at that camera out back instead of let's go take a look at that camera?
Yeah, just clean that up, get rid of them, and it's flawless. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Maybe that transition is a little weak. You know, can I go see where those cameras like? You want there to be a solid reason. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, you pull them out front right there. But yeah, no, that was solid. Okay, cool. Dan, you have a regular training course as well?
If that's cool.
Let's go, dental training.
I'll allow it.
Dan, you look good. Oh, you allow it?
Oh man.
Okay.
That feels good.
Yeah. No, I kind of want to do something a little bit different today. We did this with the managers last time. I think Brad and I were up. Maybe the time before that. Just kind of wanted to have a little bit of a vent session for like 10 minutes. Just get it all out, like how we feel about the summer. Do we like we can even start. We'll start low and chill. What do you think about the apartments? Other than the obvious.
I
hate the office.
I hate all the walls are so thin.
Walls are thin?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are all good things for when we build our apartment complexes. You know what I mean? Parking. Make sure our parking.
Yes, I can't find a
We need like a lot. We need like a 1,000-car lot somewhere. Something, dude. Anything, right? So take notes for when you guys build your apartment complex. Be like, need strong walls, right? That you can't throw people through. No. What about area? How we feel about area?
Challenging.
Definitely been really
Hey,
tough.
Challenging?
I have some.
Okay.
I like knocking the areas where I'm not licensed in.
You don't like knocking?
Yeah, I don't like having the cops.
Yeah, I like that.
We haven't knocked anywhere
Yeah.
yet.
Where have you knocked?
Bonner Springs,
Yesterday,
and
Bonner
the cops were
Springs.
like, I couldn't
We're not
license
licensed
there.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the cops like surrounded us.
Yeah.
Well, then you probably aren't gonna ever be able to go to Louisiana. We don't get a license in Louisiana.
I'll be in there.
Well, the cops don't come in anyway.
For 10 years, you've been to Louisiana without a license.
They're not gonna show up.
I think you're gonna need a license to go with it, but they take it pretty seriously if you don't post those things. Ronnie got threatened by a cop he'd be side yesterday if he kept knocking him. So obviously that's extra stress later.
Nice. Don't knock the no solicit. There's enough houses.
One thing about Shawnee and Overland Park and Lenexa and Olathe, their soliciting rules are very loose. Like if you go on the website, they don't care about soliciting, so they get hit like crazy because everyone goes there. So what they can control is the no soliciting, right? That's why they're more crazy because that's the only thing. The law is that you can do it, but the no soliciting sign, they enforce that more seriously there because that's the only thing that they can really say for you being out there. So what I would do is go sell one of their neighbors first and go get a name drop and then go hit them. They don't want to, basically when I see a no soliciting sign, I just read, I don't want to hear a sales pitch. That's what I read. So I just figure out, like my sale yesterday was a no soliciting sign, but they had a Monotronic sign. So hey, I stopped by Monotronics. Did you guys recently get bought out by Brinks? Yeah, that's the only reason I stopped by. And it didn't sound like a sales pitch to him. Hey, the only reason I stopped by is because Sebastian next door, he's getting installed if you hear the siren going off. Hey, the reason I stopped by, have you seen the vans going around in the neighborhood? Has anyone told you what's going on? Okay, what we're doing is, and I just don't make it sound like a sales pitch. So go talk to their neighbor, get a name drop first, and then when you go hit them, you have something to say, because they don't want to hear, hey, I'm Zach, I'm with ADT. they're gonna get pissed if you didn't say that.
Yeah, I think it's just important to note, yeah, in those areas, I'm gonna hit all my ADT houses, right? Introduce myself, make sure they know that, hey, Google and ADT are partnered. Call up ADT, get an upgrade, you know what I mean, hit them up. Get to know the area. Talk to those ADT homes. Oh, you know, have you had ADT for a long time? Why did you get it? All that good stuff. Be very respectful to those ADT. A lot of times the ADT customers can be the ones that are Nazis. That's why they got an alarm in the first place. Like they're sick and tired of the burglaries or this or that 10 years ago. So they're typically going to be more anal people anyway. So you need to be very respectful and very professional of those people. But get to know the area. I've literally, over the course of my career, I can't tell you how many people I've sold that either said no to me on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or I didn't get a chance to talk to because they wouldn't answer the door. You know they're home, but they're not answering the door. But because I sold 7 of their neighbors, and they've seen me, and they've seen my technicians, and I'm talking to everybody, I'm waving, I'm going into people's homes. Now by Wednesday or Thursday, am I credible? Yeah. Absolutely. So I've had people that have been out on their front lawn, I'm like walking by, I'm like, oh, that guy said no to me, and literally been like, so how much is it a month? And I'll be like, nah, you weren't interested. I'm just kidding. And then talk to them. So, like, become credible. Like, I think a lot of times we expect, like, for them to bow down to us. Like, this is ridiculous. They're not saying yes. They're not even answering the door. Like, you have to go earn that, guys. You have to go earn that respect. And that's going to be picking up people's trash cans. That's going to be being polite to everybody. Not vaping on the street corners and looking like hood rat. That's going to be a lot of things are built into that. Now, if you don't want to put that time and that effort into it, that's cool. Just don't be mad when your numbers aren't there. That's all I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, you just can't complain when you put very little effort into it, or just taking the advice of people that have done it before you, and I mean, we're telling you exactly how to do the job. Like, we tell you how to stand at the door. You know, when you're shadowing, right? The first days you guys shadow, we're like, okay, there's the door. You got to stand at a 30-degree angle, kind of have your peripheral on the door, but don't stare into it. Don't be too close because it looks good. We're telling you everything that you need to do the job with. So at the end of the day, if you're not doing X, Y, Z, it's going to be really difficult to be like, I don't know why I'm not selling. Well, you're not doing the job. You're not doing what we told you to do. Ron is a very good example of just figuring the job out by other people. Other people helped him figure out the job. He saw the job. He did the job. And now it's like no doubt, like I really don't ever wonder if Ron's going to be on the board. I really don't. Like I know Ron will be on the board. It might be 9:15. It might be 9:30, but I know Ron is going to be on the board. He's going to knock all the hours. He's going to say all the lines, and he's going to stay in his area. Now I'm not saying Ron's never left his area, because maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. But it's never come across my desk having to deal with it. I've never, ever had to deal with Ron. Oh, Ron was at Subway, Ron was at the gas station, Ron had to poop, Mom, blah, blah, blah. I don't, never had to deal with that crap. Ever. So he's either like a ninja and nobody ever sees him, or my better guess, based on the numbers, is he just does the job. And that's just the truth of it, okay? So, anything else? Vent-wise, Darwin, I know we kind of got our complications, but if you guys, let's see, we'll just pick 3 of you guys. Who has a problem with Darwin that they can't stand? I'm not even picking on kids.
Co-pilot. Darwin.
Oh, shoot, co-pilot, I'm sorry. It used to be called Darwin. Ron. I'll pick Ron.
Does the digital survey work? Because every time I used to try it, it never worked for me.
We have had, a massive luck with it.
I haven't tried it in a long time.
Okay, yeah, give it a try today. Okay. That digital survey will save so much time trying to call in. So please try it out. I know yesterday we didn't have a single complaint from it. There was 21 of them done digitally, and we didn't have any faults. Cool.
I did the digital survey for one of my trustees, and they called, or I got a call from the office that time. They were threatening to cancel, and I was like, nah, I did a welcome call, and they're like, there's no welcome call on the thing. So just be careful, like make sure you
Is it on the end? Yeah, where it says end survey.
Yeah, they didn't have that at the time, because at the time the digital survey tried to go into the smart home page stuff, and Zach was just like, oh, if it does that, just press exit out. And I did that, and it didn't save. So
well, it's not gonna save if you exit out. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know that.
So if you exit out early, call the office and do the welcome call.
What's a new welcome call?
If you qualify one person and then you try to qualify a second person into the same account, it'll just give you error 400 every time.
Yeah, you don't want to do that anyway because you want to create a new lead. Because that way you can do smart pay. Because if you try and qualify someone, right, now let's say they're 575, and then on the same lead page, you try and do the husband, and they are 700, Copilot is going to push all the first information to smart pay.
Okay.
So create a whole new lead when you're doing a new person. Okay?
It will give you a duplicate?
No.
Okay.
No, that's what we want to do. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you qualify the spouse, the wife is a 575, you're like, dang it, I want to get a higher credit. So you qualify the husband, create a new customer. Don't do it on this same lead that we're doing this one. Just create a whole new customer. What do you mean, on the house?
Yeah, so it automatically generates that.
Yep, generate that. Just go back to your error management, click on the house again, reload the customer, change the name and the birthday to the husband's. Also with Smart Pay, I know we've talked about it a lot, but we're still getting a lot of problems. Quadruple check the phone number and email. Okay, even this morning, we had was that his phone number?
Ramon, yeah.
Ramon had the phone number wrong. Okay, that will just F you in the butthole. If you
Right in the butthole.
I'm sorry, there's no way around
Right in
it.
the butthole.
That's like the kiss of death. That's the kiss of death. We're gonna go Ron and then Cooper. Oh, we got Lamar in the back.
Every time I qualify somebody,
Back there, good to see you.
every time I qualify somebody, then go to the additional info page. I put in everything and it says I have to qualify the customer first.
That was mine.
It keeps having me
Yeah.
every time.
Additional info page?
Yeah, it would be like, please qualify the customer first.
I
And
had
I
to do that
swipe back.
like 4 times.
So you just
It gives me-
close it, go into recents, and then go create customer, and then just add
Yeah,
recents. But it is a pain.
It makes me do that every time though. Like,
You reload. You just have to reload the guy. Once you reload it, it does it,
yeah, I have to exit out and then reload it back up and then.
and then that time it'll go.
Yeah, but not the first time.
Might be an
Okay, that was yours.
That was mine.
Yeah, I just got this thing where Copilot just randomly times out and resets, like even if I'm someone's building out a system. It's not a big deal, but it kind of just throws an awkward wrench,
It crashes.
Is everybody off a hotspot in this office? Do we have any hotspotters? I'm not answering phone. Please fix it.
It's the school iPad. It won't even let me take off the passcode.
It's this cool iPad.
Swear.
Is it a cellular iPad?
No.
Oh.
San Diego
No, the school let me use it for my academic career, so I can't put on Toilet and I can't take off the passcode.
Yeah. Zach, did you ever comment?
No, I thought you were just asking me.
Oh, yeah. Are you using hotspot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is
Who else is?
taking names.
Lamont.
Bring it
So you
down.
have zero room to complain.
Oh.
I'm serious. You can't. If you're on hotspot, you're not like Copilot will never work for you,
That's
right?
probably why you're having issues.
Like it will not work for you.
No, I'm on cellular and I have issues every day.
Nans and Matt said boom boom.
You got a good excuse.
Sounds like a problem.
You got a good one.
I'm more upset with their managers and recruiters. But I'm serious, guys. So here's the problem with hotspot.
Who's Lamont's manager?
And you. Hey, you're going to OKC tomorrow. We can fix this. We can fix this. Are you data now?
Yeah, I've been there.
Not for very long.
Wow, it's been
Yeah.
last year.
All right. Anything else?
Co-pilot?
No, just venting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wrong.
Can we get some more laminated pamphlets?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with us. That's your boss.
Yeah,
If he
Mike.
wants to do that, that's not an Evo thing.
I'll take it.
Also, you could YouTube how to laminate something. Figure it out.
Mike got it.
It's pretty cheap. Mike got it.
Use. Hang on 1 second.
Office Depot does it.
Why don't you make some business cards?
I did want to make a play. Is
No,
what's his name? Kirby?
he's not here.
Beetlejuice?
No, he's in Texas now.
Beach
For real?
If you guys do the cards, real quick, just to plug for that, you guys do the business card thing, you guys can. My rule of thumb, because I got them, I thought, oh, this is sick, I'm such a businessman. and I was just handing them out left and right, and I like literally blew through like 500 cards in like 2 weeks. And I was like, one, that's gonna get really expensive, and two, it's very ineffective, okay? Because it's a crutch. The only time I use my business cards is I had the pamphlet and I would stick 2 business cards inside the pamphlet once I set them up. And that was so that when someone came over to their house, they could just give my business card to them. That was the only time someone got my business card. Business cards is in our industry and how we do things is the biggest crutch ever. And you might not feel that way, but I promise you after just a little while of having them, you have a bad day, you have a hard day, and you don't want to deal with somebody, and they're like, can I get your business card? What do you do?
Give me your card.
There you go.
Versus, oh yeah, no, absolutely, when I get done, I'll give it to you. And you don't use the formula that we have. So I'm not saying you can't have them or anything, but I'm telling you right now, like, I have seen reps literally just sell, and just tank. You're like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, are you handing out your business cards like cookies, you know? They're like, yeah, I can give out my business card a lot. I'm like, stop doing that, okay? So anyway, nothing else to vent about?
Each other.
I don't think that's stupid. You guys can deal with that on your own. You're adult cis, kind of.
Just midsummer kind of slug.
There you go. Thank you, Coop. Thank you, Coop. We'll segue in. So, appropriately enough, we were talking about Tulsa. Tulsa has about 280,000. They probably don't have that many now, but they had 280,000 people out of power yesterday because of the storm on Sunday. And they have over 7,000 linemen fixing power poles and stuff. There's like 400 plus power poles and like 160,000 miles of power line down or some crazy number. Ironically enough, when I researched this, one of the jobs that I researched was a linesman. And the average linesman, at least in Oklahoma, you know what they make a year?
70,000.
56,000.
80.
63,000.
Oh, that's nothing. Wow.
Okay? $63,000 to sweat your ever-loving nutsack off 12 months a year. Okay? They're also on call. They don't have a choice. It's not like, oh, I don't want to go today. They don't have a choice. Those guys got called. I have 2 buddies that are linesmen. They're in Tulsa right now. They got called Sunday at like 4 o'clock. Both of them were in church, and both of them left church and went and loaded their bags, and they'll live in Tulsa for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, you know? So I'm very grateful for those guys, obviously, but I think it's important as like we're kind of getting, like Cooper said, the midsummer blues and all that stuff.